મારે YouTube પર જોઈને ચાલુ થયું પ્લીઝ. મારે YouTube પર જોઈને ચાલશે.
વેઇટિંગ.
You are right. Okay.
A very good morning to one and all present on this virtual platform. It is my privilege to welcome, on behalf of Faculty of Commerce, SMPIC, our guest speaker of the session, Dr. Shefani Dani, Director of Faculty of Business Administration, GLS BBA. Nurturing young minds and carving the careers of this generation students has been a constant effort at GLS University's Faculty of Commerce, SMPIC. A lecture series by the name of Academics and Beyond tries to make the students innovative and aware of the various amendments as well as the nuances of the subject-specific areas. As a result of which, an expert speaker has been invited on this virtual platform to talk and discuss on the current scenario of a variety of subjects, including economics, the subtopic of today, as a part of the curriculum. First of all, let me take the privilege to invite our innovative director of the Institute, Dr. C.A. M.E. Jokhi sir, under whose able guidance we have been successful in conducting various webinars on this virtual platform. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, respected Dr. Shefali ma'am. Good morning, dear students and colleagues. Economics as a subject, probably it is useful to everyone every day in the life. Studying and learning the subject is going to help us to make better decisions and be happy in the life. And we all believe that words have a very important role to change the world. And today, we are blessed to have an expert, a learned speaker for the day, respected Dr. Shefani Dani ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for sparing your time from your very hectic and a busy schedule. And we all feel that today is going to be a very enriching experience. And with your kind words of wisdom for the subject, we all are going to gain a lot. Thank you, Shefani ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So, for two and with her great along beater of GLS BBA, she is also deputed as a Chief Controller of Examination of GLS University. With many national and international as well as international publications to her credit, Dr. Shefali Dani is a PhD guide to many scholars. She has been an active member of designing curriculums, innovative teaching methodologies in various academic programs. As rightly said, an economist is an expert who will know tomorrow why the things he or she predicted yesterday didn't work out today. On this note, we welcome you, ma'am, to throw light upon the subject. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Ashal. Thank you so much. Dr. Jokhi, Dr. Ashal, all the faculty members of SMPIC and dear
Over to
students.
you, Shefali ma'am.
Thank you, Ashal. Thank you. Am I audible? Good morning to all of you. Dr. Jokhi, Dr. Ashal, faculty members of SM Patel Institute of Commerce, dear students, it is my privilege to present the topic impact of business environment on Indian economy to the young minds. Let me start with my presentation. Now, why business environment is very important in today's scenario. Let's start with the term business environment. In layman language, if I can tell you people that business environment is nothing but your surroundings. Now, surroundings can be within or outside your business world. How business environment is going to affect your business or how business environment is going to affect the economy as a whole. This is very important in today's scenario. There are various quotes regarding the dynamic environment. As far as students are concerned, if you are into business or you are into commerce or if you want to become an entrepreneur, you should see your surroundings. That how your surroundings, how your environment is going to affect your business. It could be service, it could be business. Now let's start that which factors one should consider while deciding a new business or if you are in your family business. Now, any business is going to affect by so many factors. How you people can identify that how these factors are going to affect your business positively or negatively. So what we are doing that we are classifying these all factors in three different categories. One is internal factors, another are external factors. Now, what do we mean by internal factors? As a businessman, as an entrepreneur, what you should see that your internal factors are going to affect your business positively or negatively. Let's start. I'll give you ample of examples while explaining all these factors. So it will be easy for you people to understand. If I'm talking about the internal factors means which you as an individual can control. If you are working in any business, maybe as a finance manager or marketing manager or an accountant, there are certain factors which you people should keep in mind while deciding your strategy. Let's start with the value system. Value system, your ethics are very important, which are going to affect your business. So you should be very clear in your values. Now, this is your internal values. Tata Group is very well known for human resources activities. If you know, if you have seen that Ratan Tata himself is eating with the employees in the canteen where employees are eating. So basically, value system of Tata Group is that they want to protect their human resources, which is very important. So because of that, you can see any Tata Group industry, what is happening that they are able to grab very good and efficient human resources because of the value system of Tata. I'll give a very interesting example. Murugappa Group has taken EID Peri Party. The main business of EID Peri Party was liquor production. But because of Murugappa Group, it was against their ethic that they were not interested to start any liquor production. So even though it was a very profitable business, they have stopped to produce. They have not taken that business, even though they have taken the whole company. So what has happened? That though it was a profitable business, they have stopped because it was against their value. So please, students, remember that whenever you start a business, you should have some ethics, some values. If any business or if you feel that because of my value system it is affecting my profit, forget about that. But please, if you want to be in the market for a long term, follow whatever you have decided, follow your values, follow your ethics. Second internal environment is your goals and objectives. Please remember, all of you, there are different types of goals. There are different type of objectives. There are some objectives are short-term objectives. Some objectives are long-term objectives. Now, if you can see on the screen that Intel tagline is experience what is inside. Now, if you'll start using Intel product, then only you will be understand. So what is their goal? That student, any person should use their product. The tagline of Coca-Cola says open happiness. So what is their objective? Their objective is to give happiness to all the people. So on that basis, if you decide your objective, if you decide your goal, accordingly you can have your tagline, you can have your logo. So please remember, you can have your strategy also. Say for example, just now in pharmaceutical industry, it's rapidly going on, all the pharmaceutical industries. So Ranbaxy, the goal was to capture the world market. So what they have done, that was their objective. But you can see, if you want to achieve your long-term objectives, you should have certain short-term objectives. If you achieve those short-term objectives, automatically you can reach to your long-term objectives. So be clear in deciding your objectives. If you are not clear, it is going to affect your business maybe positively or negatively. So this is a very important second point in internal environment is your objectives and goal. Third thing about the culture. Google is considered one of the best technological company in terms of corporate culture. Here, culture, I want to tell you about your management structure, your management culture within your organization. If you are having a good environment culture, then your human resources, your people will like to work within the organization. Here I can give the example of GLS University, that we do have so much good environmental culture that all the faculty members, we all are interested to work in GLS University. So culture, please try to maintain a culture or make a culture that it should be a environmental friendly for all your employees. This is very important for you people, interpersonal relationship. See, if in your company also, you will be having different stages. Maybe if you are an owner, under you, some people are working, maybe your managers, under them, workers are working. What will happen if interpersonal relationship is not healthy? Everyone must be knowing about the issue which is going on about the LIC or privatization of banks. What will happen that if you want to, I'm talking about I'm talking about the government, that if government wants to apply this strategy, apply this policy, they are going to face the problem because the relationship, interpersonal relationship is not healthy. Same thing can be happen in your organization, that if you want to say, for example, if I'm taking the example of today's scenario, that all the education institutions, they were supposed to move from offline to online education. In that, if your interpersonal relationship is not good, then what will happen in that case? That they are not going to adapt the technology. So it is going to affect the organization negatively. So be clear, please, all of you, that you should have a good relationship with your employees. At the same time, you should have a good skill committed human resources. Now, why I am telling all these as an internal factors? Because all these, whatever I have talked to you people, maybe about the values, ethics, objectives, employees, human resources, interpersonal relation, all these things are in your hand. You as an individual can take the maximum advantage of these all factors. So please be sure these all factors are in your hand. So be clear before starting your business, or if you are into business also, these are the very important factors which can affect your business positively or negatively. Now let's come to the external factors. Now in external factors also, we are keeping two parts. One, micro environment factors, another are macro environment factors. Now, why micro and why macro? You people have already studied about microeconomics. Micro means an individual, macro means the whole. Everyone knows the concept. But here, what I want to tell you people, that micro environment means it is going to say, for example, certain policy. Basically, these are all external factors, so which are not in your control. It is outside your organization. So internal factors which you can control, external factors which you cannot control. But there are again two types of external factors, that certain factors are going to affect particular industry or particular firms, while certain factors which are going to affect the all industries. You can take the best example is COVID-19, that which has affected almost all industries, all services. So those factors can be considered as a macro factors. Now let's come to the micro factors first. Let's start with the customers. Now you as a businessman, please remember that don't rely only on one class of the customers. You have to be depend on, so that means your product target audience should be not only one target audience should be there. If we take the example which is there on the screen, that Sony company, it's a costly product which Sony is producing. So Sony knows that there will be a class of people who are going to purchase only Sony product. But similarly, if I am taking the example of tire company, say for example, any tire manufacturing company is producing tires only for two-wheelers. In that case, what will happen, that if two-wheelers demand is decreasing, they are going to suffer. So what they should do, don't rely only on one class, that is not only two-wheelers, but you should produce maybe for two-wheelers, maybe for four-wheelers, or maybe, so that this is what I want to tell you, that different categories, please depend on different categories of customers, otherwise it is going to affect your business. Now it is micro. So I have taken the example of tire company particularly. It's not going to affect the whole industry or whole environment. Second point, your competitors. Please, here I just want to tell every student that everyone feels that competition means whatever you are producing, your competitors are only those companies. That's why first example, if you can see, when we are saying about the FMCG, then you people feel that only FMCG producers are your competitors. Yes, they are your competitors. Definitely, they are your competitors. You can see that what has happened when Patanjali came in the market, what has happened to all major PNG or Dabur or HUL or any FMCG companies. They face the severe competition. But please remember, this is not the only competition means. I just want to highlight you people that there are various types of competitions. How? Let's start with the desired competition. Now everyone knows, say for example, keep yourself in your mind that when you want to purchase any product, say for example, if I want to purchase mobile phone, I want to purchase fridge, I want to purchase my car, there are different options which I want to purchase. But because of my limited income, I cannot purchase all three things. So what is my desireness? That what is my need? Say for example, if I am saying that my mobile is not working, so mobile is my first need, my priority. So what I will do, I will spend 10,000 or 15,000 or 20,000 first on mobile. Because of that, what has happened, I have not purchased maybe television or XYZ product. So these products are facing competition because of limited income, which is known as desired competition. Now, what is generic competition? Now, say for example, if I want to purchase a product which give me some recreation, maybe my recreation item. For me, recreation could be television, it can be radio, it can be laptop, it can be anything. Because of recreation, I have 5-7 options. So in that case also, what I will do, suppose if I am going for TV, that no, I have to purchase TV, rest of the options, it's not going to give me too much recreation. So what has happened to rest of the products? They again face the competition, which is known as generic competition. Now, if I'm deciding to purchase a TV, again I have different options that I can go for I can go for plasma, I can go for LCD, I can go for LED. I have different type of inches that I can go for this options. So which is known as product competition. That if I'm going for LED, because of I'm purchasing LED, LCD and plasma or other TV companies are facing the competition. So that is a product specific competition. And then again, if I have decided to for LED, everyone knows that I have different brands available. So what I'll go, if I'm going for X, Y, or Z brand, rest of the brands are facing the competition. So please remember, all the students, please remember that competition is not only because of the same products in the market or same firms producing the same product in the market, but competitions are because of so many aspects, so many aspects. So you should consider all these things while deciding your strategies. I am telling all these environmental factors, one should thoroughly read it, thoroughly see before deciding your strategy or strategies. And the third, as far as micro environment factors are concerned, third point which one should consider is again suppliers. Please, here also, don't rely only on one source of supplier. You should have multiple sources of suppliers. These are the very recent examples which I have quoted, that as far as automobile manufacturing industries are concerned, they are facing the severe crisis of silicon chips. Why? Because they are depending only on silicon chip, there are very rare suppliers who are supplying this silicon chip, and it is used in today's scenario in various products. So what has happened, as they are facing the shortage of these silicon chips, it has affected their manufacturing plant very severely. So what you can do, what you should do, then here the best example is of Nirma. Everyone knows about the Nirma detergent powder. So what Nirma they have done, they have started their own raw material plant. The basic thing which is required for detergent powder is soda. So what Nirma has done, they have started their own manufacturing soda plant. So no need to depend upon on any supplier for raw materials. So this is also, see, whatever I am telling you people, these all are options. Whichever is feasible to you, you can apply in your business. So don't rely only on one source of suppliers. You should have multiple sources of supplier, one thing. Second thing, please keep in mind that as far as supply of raw material is concerned, try to keep the stock of raw materials. This is in this 1 year, everyone knew that what has happened, that those people who were not able to store the raw materials or store the products, they faced a severe problem. So if possible, try to have a stock of your raw materials. And third thing, if possible, you can have your own raw material supplier plant. So you yourself is your supplier and you yourself is your manufacturer. So this is also very important, which you should keep in your mind. Fourth is about the society. See, here society means, I just want to tell you people about the public. Society, what do you mean by public or what do you mean by society? There are two types of people in the society. One, individuals, and one is a media people. That we can bifurcate as far as economic is concerned. Now, how common people or how public are going to affect your product or your services or your plant? If I'm purchasing any product, here you can see the example of Narmada Bachao Andolan. What has happened, that when construction was Narmada Dam was happening, those groups of people who was into Narmada Bachao Andolan, because of that, the whole dam project, it has started very late. Same thing can be happen to your industry also. That if people if you can take the example of Maggie, or you can take the example of Coca-Cola or any product. In that case, what has happened, that people said that this type of material is there which is harmful to your harmful to the people. So in that case, people have stopped using that. Common people who have purchased your product, given negative thing about your product. So what has happened? It has affected your business negatively. Same thing, if you can see that if you are using any product, maybe your any food product or your cosmetic product or any, maybe say for example, if I'm using a car, and if I as an individual, if I'm telling now in social media that the thing we put that this is the best product. I'm using a car which has these features and which is very helpful to the people. So my positive response, my positive things about the product is going to affect your business positively. This I am talking about the common people. Now, so please remember that you should try to give the best product or best services to the common people who can be your marketing person. So if you want positive marketing, give the best product, give the best services, or otherwise another option is with you people. Second is about the media people. Same thing is happening nowadays, whether it is your print media or your social media or your television, that means your any media you take, what is happening? Media people are the best people to give positive response about your product or say negative about your product, but it is going to affect your business. Now, please remember here, when I'm saying a business, it's not only manufacturing I'm talking. Any business activity which you are running, all these environmental factors are going to affect your business. So please keep these factors in your mind. So these are the four very important. I'm just trying to summarize the micro environment factors. So we have started with the customers, competitors, your suppliers, and societies. These all factors are going to affect your individual firm or your individual industry. If you have seen, I have taken the examples of particular industries or particular firms. Okay, so these are not all macro factors. Now let's come to the macro factors which are going to affect your business positively or again negatively. In that, let's start with the I'm sorry, it's a demographic factor. One spelling mistake is there. I'm sorry for that. Demographic factors, if we can say, then gender, age, and size of the population. These are very, very important factors for you people. How? If you are producing, see, one should see first the gender ratio in any economy. Now, this I'll take the example of not only Indian economy, I'll tell you the globally also how it is going to affect. Suppose if we say that gender pay gap is another issue faced by working women globally. So what will happen? It's a gender issue. 18 countries, men can legally forbid their wives from working. Now, in this situation, if you are working or if you are starting your unit in those countries where you cannot get women as your employee, what will happen? You have to change your strategy accordingly. Please see all these factors like that. Okay. Now, what is happening? That 60% of women work in informal economy, which puts them at greater risk of falling into poverty. So, what will happen? That if 60% of women work in informal economy, unorganized sector, then what will happen? That they are not going to get that much pay scale because minimum wage rate is not applicable to them. In that case, what will happen? Obviously, those economy will go into poverty. Now, you people will feel that how we are affected. But please remember that if most of the people are going into this below poverty line, it is going to affect your business because it will affect the economic growth of that economy. Age and size of population. This is also very interesting for you people. See, what is happening that as far as if I'm taking the example of Indian economy or any economy, what is happening to birth rate and death rate? Here, age and size of population, what is happening to birth rate and death rate? That we know that birth rate is declining. Now people want the family size is decreasing in our economy. Because of that, what has happened to Johnson and Johnson company? Everyone knows that Johnson and Johnson was mainly it was into infant products, baby care products. So what has happened? That now they were forced to shift. See, again, understand strategy. What the strategy was? Johnson and Johnson initial their objective was to produce a product only for infant or baby care. That was their objective. So that was their strategy. Now what has happened? Because of reduction in birth rate, what has happened? Those all the companies who were into baby product, they were forced to shift, or they were forced to change their market segment from baby products to old age or elder product. So this is what age and size of population one should keep in mind, that it is going to affect. So whenever you want to start a business, all these factors you should consider. Now let's come to the macroeconomic factors. So initially what I told you people about the gender, you should keep in mind age and size of the population. Basically, this is your demographic factors which you should keep in your mind. Now let's come to the economic factors, which is very, very important for you people, because here you should understand three things. One, about the economic system. You as a BCom students must be knowing that there are mainly three types of economic system. You have capitalist economy, communist economy, and mixed economy. Depending upon economic system, economic policies are there and the economic conditions of that particular country. Now, why I'm talking about the economic system, that if I'm talking about India and China, or India and Russia, India, everyone knows it's a mixed economy. China and Russia are the communist economy. So they do have different economic policies. So please remember that if you want to start a business in India, then Indian economy is a mixed economy, so they do have economic policy accordingly. But if you want to start in communist economy, where only government interference is there, so your strategy or your planning should be accordingly. So this you keep in mind, that in which type of system you want to start your business. As far as Indian economy is concerned, that after 1990, you know that after globalization, after 91, everyone knows about the LPG policy also, that liberalization, privatization, and globalization. It was possible, this LPG policy was possible only because Indian economy was a mixed economy. But because of that, what has happened, you as an individual or you as an entrepreneur or businessman, that all these economic policies, whether it is related to anti-dumping, FDI, FII, FERA, all these policies were introduced, and all these policies are affecting your business. How? Say for example, recently government has, you know, that FDI, 100% FDI is allowed in certain industries only, not all. Say for example, if I'm talking about the defense industries or these type of industries, 100% FDI is not allowed. So it is going to affect that business in that way. But if you are starting a FMCG industries or FMCG firm, in that 100% FDI is allowed. So if you are lacking in finance, if you are having problem, you can have FDI from outside. You can have, you know, that MNCs are allowed. So this is what economic policy, depending upon economic system, are going to affect your business positively or negatively. Anti-dumping duty. I just want to add, okay, I'll add in the international factor afterwards. Third thing about the economic conditions. Now, please remember, this is very, very important for you people, that as far as Indian economy is concerned, our GDP is increasing. You can take any good journal, international journal, you can see the growth of GDP has increased in India because of Make in India and other government policies. See, now this is the trend of GDP since 1985. Now, what is happening? See, you people will see that how GDP affects your business. But if GDP is increasing, see that if GDP is increasing, obviously personal income, national income, personal disposable income, expenditure of the people, everything is going to increase. Their standard of living will be changed. So this is going to affect your business positively. I hope all of you are understanding what I am telling you. So economic system, economic policies, and economic conditions of any country. This example I have taken as an Indian economy. But the same example you can do it maybe for communist economy, or maybe you can do for a capitalist economy also. But if you ask me that if you want to start a business in capitalist economy, then yes, that GDP is increasing, but at the same time, cost of living is more. So you should see all the economic factors while deciding your business, that where you want to start. This is about the FDI. I told you people about the FDI inflows, that this is the FDI inflow in India. And from these countries. That means now these countries are interested to start their businesses, or they are interested to invest in Indian economy. If you look at the USA, 29,850 crores they want to invest. Singapore, but Singapore is again through Mauritius and Singapore, we are getting the FII also. So this is the scenario of our FDI and FII investment in Indian economy. So this was your economic environment, which are very, very important. But economic environment leads to political environment also. That also you should keep in mind while deciding your business strategies. Very importantly, and very first and utmost important factor is that stability in the political environment is very, very, very important. If any political party, forget about our economy, take example of any economy, if political environment is not stable, then what will happen? See, there are two types of policy. All of you please understand. One is told about the economic policy. Economic policy may be your industrial policy or agricultural policy, which is decided. Say, for example, you people must have studied that in 1948, first industrial policy was announced or established. After that, in 1956 or 1990, all the economic policies reforms were made. Okay, so policy was already there. So you cannot change the policy if government changes or if political party changes. That is known as your economic policies. But when it comes to political policies, it can be changed. If one government has introduced one policy, then if another government comes in the power, then they might change that policy. So what will happen? That will affect your business positively or negatively. So please, this I am talking about the political policies or political environment. As far as this government is concerned, which is in power, what is the motto? That Make in India initiative by allowing FDI in various sectors. So this government has introduced Make in India concept, Make in India policy. But if new government comes into power, they want that we don't want Make in India policy. They can change. They can stop the policy. So in that case, it is going to affect your business. So one should keep in mind that wherever, in any country, if you want to start a business, please see the history of the economy. If political stability is there in that economy, that is good for your business. If political stability is not there in that particular economy, it is going to affect your business. So please keep in mind, as far as our economy is concerned, these are the all political policies which I have mentioned here. It may be Niti Aayog or FDI or any economic, any political policy. This is about the Atmanirbhar Bharat. I told you, Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. These are the policies of government which is in power. Under this Atma Bharat, now how it is going to affect your business? Under this Atmanirbhar Bharat policy, what government has told that all automobile giant manufacturing industries, ancillary industries like ancillary spare part industries, you should use spare parts of Indian economy Indian economy manufacturers only. So what will happen? That your spare part industry, which is known as ancillary industries, will also develop. Our big giant automobile industries will get supply of these products from our economy only. What will be its effect? It is going to generate more employment. Whatever income are generated, see, if you purchase from outside, your income is outflow in other countries. Here, what will happen? Your whatever income you are having, it will be within your country only. Same way with the air conditioning manufacturing, that they should start producing manufacturing air conditions in our economy only. This is under Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme. So this is a political environment which affects your business. So please remember that government policies or political policies can be changed once political party changes. So either you should have a stable political parties, maybe for a decade or more years, that is going to affect business positively. About the fishery industry, yes, this is the last example which I have given that is a negative impact. What is the current government is saying that as far as this in pandemic situation, government has restricted so many industries to take any product from China. What has happened? That has affected many industries negatively. So positive as well as negative effect are there because of any political parties' policies. Now, this, whatever I have explained people, that was about the Indian economy. This you should keep in your mind. These are a few examples. So that will help you people to understand that in every country, they do have different policies. Let's start with the, say for example, first point, media advertisement is not permitted in Libya. Now, as far as we as an India are concerned, we people more through advertisement. If we see a advertisement and that is our advertisement policy or strategy. But if you want to sell your product in Libya, you cannot sell your product in Libya because you can sell, but you cannot use media as an advertisement agency. So how will you advertise your product? You have to change your strategy. In many European countries, use of children in commercial advertisement is not allowed. Now think a Johnson and Johnson baby product where you can see a baby in a Johnson and Johnson baby product advertisement. You can see a baby where tears are there when they are using the shampoo. Now you cannot use children in commercial advertisement. Now think about the adult person. What will happen? Third, in Germany, use of superlative degree like the best, the excellent. My product is the excellent product. You cannot use this superlative degree. Again, what will happen? You have to change your strategy or policy accordingly. In case of USA, as far as any cosmetic products or pharmaceutical, that is drugs or food products are concerned, you have to give the full disclosure, which is nowadays which is compulsory in Indian economy also. But why I have mentioned these policies, that as far as any economy or any country is concerned, every country has different policy, different political policies or different criterias. So before starting your business, not only manufacturing, if you want to trade also, if you want to just market also your product in these countries, you should understand those countries' different policies. So this was a political policies which I have explained you people. Now let's come to the social and cultural environment. This is very important for you people to understand that in socio-cultural environment, there are different points which I want to cover. One about the culture. Now, just see the example which I have mentioned here, that in Italy, US company set up corn processing plant, which failed as Italian thought corn is a pig food. Now, because that is their culture, So, culture of that particular country or that economy, you should keep in mind. So you should do the research, thorough research before starting a product or before selling a product in that particular economy. Let's take the example of taste. Every country, if I'm talking about the Indian economy itself, we do have different taste if you change the states also. So within state also there are different tastes. If you change the state also, there are different taste. But when I'm talking about the country, obviously living pattern is different. Obviously the taste, culture, everything is different. You people know much more than me that about, as far as take the example of your McDonald's or Domino's or Subway or KFC, they have started to produce pure vegetarian product. Why? Because as far as Indian economy is concerned, fine enough. They have to give veg and non-veg both the products. Same, the Kellogg's introduced cereal breakfast in India and failed badly. Why? Again, you can combine this with culture and taste. What is our culture? Generally, now it has changed, but generally cereal in the breakfast was not our culture. But it was a culture of Western economies. So they failed because they have not understood that this is not Indian economic culture or taste. So what you should do? You should understand the taste and culture of the economy. Believe, this is also very important. You should see, these are very minor points, but you should keep in mind. Blue color is warm in Holland. but cold in Sweden. If you want to, here I can give the best example, belief, as far as belief is concerned. In Thailand, women are generally like only black shampoo. That is their belief, that only black shampoo makes their hair glossy. So if you produce here in India, you can have different colors of shampoo, not only black, you have pink, you have violet, same shampoo, same varieties of shampoo if you sell. If you market also in Thailand, you will find only black shampoo. Same, see the examples which I have given also, that as far as green color is concerned, favorite in Muslim countries, but Malaysia, it's not. Why? Malaysia is also a Muslim country, but as far as Malaysian people are concerned, for them, green color is a color of sense. Same thing, if you have noticed that as far as our medical or any hospitals are concerned, they are generally using green color, maybe curtain or clothes of the doctors, and that because it is related to illness. Malaysian people are believing that green color is a color of illness, but Muslim countries, for them, green color is color of happiness. White color of death in China, but in other countries, it's a color of happiness. So every country, every economy has different belief, different taste, different which are going to affect business. So you should keep that also in mind. So that was your social and cultural factors which are going to affect your business. That also you should keep in mind. Very important. Technology upgradation is very, very, very important. We are thankful as a GLS University to the students and management that GLS University has tried to use the best as far as technology platform is concerned in this pandemic situation. Students who are in TY must be knowing that your exam and everything we took on online. So we have changed our platform from offline to online. So this technological updation, why I'm giving this example, because it's a live example in front of you. So you people can relate it with your business in that way, that if you want to not only technology is very important, but you should adopt the changes which is happening every day in the economy. Otherwise you cannot survive. This is the last thing which I should tell you people. So if you take the example of this Zoom was where, do you know, if not a single student or myself or any of us was knowing Zoom before a year or before 1.5 years. But what has happened nowadays? What is the today's scenario? And because of that, so many online platform have come in the market. Just see the Zoom. It is skyrocket. In 2019, only $60 million, which has increased to $777 million in third quarter of 2021. So this is what you can also do, that if you want to survive in the market, whatever technology updation is there, you have to change yourself. Otherwise, you cannot survive. Please remember this. This is also a very important thing as far as legal environment is concerned. Please remember, you people have studied Indian law, but Indian law is applicable only in India. So if you want to start your business anywhere, maybe trading, maybe manufacturing, maybe services, you should understand the legality aspect of those particular economies. As far as our economy is concerned, ban on Chinese app that was introduced in this pandemic situation. So now TikTok, what has happened? These are the examples which everyone knows. As far as customer is concerned, as far as companies are concerned, all are affected. And the last and very important example is of the Twitter, because of legal system. So now what is happening? Those who were doing their business, maybe by using this social media platform or this any platform or any app, they were supposed to change. They were supposed to change their marketing or any other strategies. Very important MRTP Act, which was introduced to protect the small scale industries. This is monopolistic and restrictive trade practices. Basically, what has happened that small scale industries were not able to compete with the large scale industries. In that case, MRTP Act was introduced to protect these small scale industries. Now, if any country coming from outside, which may be smaller, medium scale industry, and they are not understanding what is MRTP Act, then they'll fail. Same thing can happen to you people also, that when you are going to other countries or within economy also, you should understand the legality of a business when you are starting. And very important, very important is your international factors. Now, international factors means WTO. These are the three things which I want to tell you people. One is about the treaties or agreements which are internationally. Please remember, nowadays not a single country is idle. All countries are. You cannot say that. I don't know. I'm really concerned about other countries. You have to. But if you are starting your business here in Ahmedabad also, you should be concerned about the international factors. Now, how treaties and agreements and these things are going to affect? Everyone knows about the WTO. One of the agreement of WTO, those who are member of WTO, is patent act. How it is affecting a business? If you have read recent articles that as far as this vaccine is concerned, corona vaccine is concerned, because of patent act, so many countries are not yet getting this vaccine. Why patent act affect? Because of patent act, say for example, Pfizer USA or any product or any industry in India, they have already taken the patent. So though other companies, other pharmaceutical industries are having manufacturing capacity, but if they are not able to find their own product, they cannot manufacture because of this patent act. Patent act is a part of WTO agreement. How it affects your industry or how it affects your business or how it affects your economy, you people can go right now. Same with recession. Any recession, 2008, which was the best example, prime in economy. Though that crisis started in USA, what has happened to other countries? It has affected almost all countries. Though India was safe because we were not depending exclusively on our foreign trade, we were safe, even though it has affected our economy. International political factors, war, political tension. This examples, ample of examples. We have war with China, war with Pakistan. Just now, what's going on? Even though Ladakh, Chinese people were there, it is going to affect maybe pressure. US economy and Chinese economy, US and that any 2, 3, 4, 5 economies, if there are pressure, war-like situation, it is going to affect directly or indirectly your business. And lastly, crude prices. You people know that in today's scenario also, if you have seen regular news that crude prices are increasing, because of that, it is going to increase the transportation, it is going to increase the cost of production, and what will happen to your profit as a businessman. But please remember, you cannot say that this international factors are not affecting my business directly. It might affect your business negatively also. So please, all of you remember whatever factors I have explained you people, micro, macro, internal, external, please keep all these factors in your mind. Maybe 1 or 2 factors affect your business heavily. Maybe rest of the factors are not affecting you directly, but mind well, let me tell you people that all these factors are affecting any business, any services, any individual directly or indirectly. So what you should do, the last sentence which I want to tell you people, that change yourself as an individual, as a businessman, as changes are taking place in the economy, in the environment. When I am saying economy, when I am saying environment, I'm not talking about only one economy particularly, but I am talking about the global economies. Thank you all. Thank you so much for inviting me and tell about my views on the environmental issues, or I'm talking about the economic environment, how it affects the Indian economy or business fraternity. Thank you, Joki sir and Team SMPIC for inviting me. Thank you so much.
करो तुम्हें और होता है कर दो
Ashal, Ashal, you are mute, please. Can you unmute yourself, Ashal, ma'am? Yes, Ashal, ma'am.
Am I audible now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You made the entire topic look so easy. And for commerce students, economics is the base. Thank you so much, ma'am. I will hand over the session to my colleague, Dr. Anjali Trivedi. She will be handling a few questions that students have asked.
Please,
Okay, ma'am?
please.
Yeah. Anjali.
Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. I hope you are
Good morning,
fine.
Anjali, ma'am.
And thank you, ma'am. Your speech was really wonderful, and I'm sure our students would be very privileged to have you over here. So, on behalf of my students, I have some questions they have asked me on WhatsApp.
Please.
So, first question is, ma'am, if anyone is starting a new venture, then which kind of precautionary steps they should take in this pandemic?
Uh, yes, yes. See, as far as, please understand, students, that pandemic situation is not going to be long. Yes, but what you should keep in mind, first thing, I would suggest you to see the economic condition of that particular economy where you want to start. And at the same time, you should see the international scenario also. I told you that economic factors are very important in that economic condition. If you want to start a business, one should keep in mind about the economic condition of that particular country, because when you are starting, if you are not getting the demand for your product, then it is going to affect your business heavily. So one thing you should see, how economy is growing on, and what about the demand of your product, at the same time your competitor strategy. So it's not related to only pandemic situation, but whenever you start, these two things you keep in your mind about the condition and about the competitor strategy.
Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
Anjali, ma'am.
Another question is, ma'am, that ban on Chinese apps have given really positive impact on Indian apps. What kind of change is there in their business environment?
Uh, Let me tell you very frankly that as far as this technological things are concerned, whether it's apps or any social media things, we are new in that. So though we are able to compete with the app which was already there, but still we have to improve it. Yes, so how it has affected business? It is a long, after maybe after a year or 2 years, we'll be able to see the impact of this whatever policy government has introduced. It may be Atmanirbhar Bharat or Make in India or stopping using Chinese product or app. Its impact you cannot see immediately. Students, please understand that immediate impact you cannot see on business. It will be there, definitely it will be there, and positive impact will be there, because see, basically you people also will start that we should develop some app. So maybe from you only you'll start developing few apps, which is going to increase your also profitability, and as a result the whole economy will be positively affected, but it will take time. It won't be in a day or two.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering very precisely. Now, I would like to offer a vote of thanks. It's an honor to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks on the lecture series of Academics and Beyond in our college. On behalf of my college and the entire SMPIC team here, I express sincere gratitude to Dr. Shefali Dani ma'am, learn, learned guest speaker, for sharing deep-rooted knowledge with us. Ma'am, you have pondered a light upon the impact of business environment on students' academic success. You have illuminated the importance of business environment in education and provided insights into how students navigate academic challenges and pursue careers in a fast-paced environment. પેલા મેમ લેટ થઈ ગયું. Further, I would like to thank Sri Sudhir Nanavati sir, President GLS University, for his unceasing support and motivation. I am thankful to all participants for willingly attending and involving in this academic and beyond lecture series. Thank you everyone. Have a great day.